The morning started like any other. London wore its usual grey coat of mist and bustle as millions brewed tea, buttoned coats, and tuned in to their morning ritual, Good Morning Britain. On this particular Thursday, everything was perfectly ordinary, until it wasn't. Kate Garraway, calm and collected as ever, was midway through reading a light-hearted story about a cat that had learned to skateboard in Birmingham. Her co-host chuckled. The air was warm with comfort, until a sudden flicker crossed the screen. We interrupt this broadcast for urgent breaking news. The camera zoomed slightly, and the studio lighting dimmed just a fraction. Kate pressed her earpiece, lips tightening, a trace of something unreadable washing over her usually serene expression. "Ladies and gentlemen," she said, voice dropping into a steadier, more serious register, "this is something I never thought I'd have to say live on air. We've just received confirmation that within the next few hours, Britain could be facing something truly unprecedented." The word unprecedented echoed across the living rooms of millions like the first raindrop before a storm. No one moved. A hush fell over the studio. Even the cameras seemed to hold their breath. Kate leaned in, eyes narrowing slightly as she continued. "This isn't a drill. Authorities are investigating a series of unexplained signals, originating from somewhere in the North Sea, something we may not fully understand yet. But according to early reports, a message has been decoded, and it says, she looked straight into the camera, "We arrive within hours." Silence. Then the screen cut again, this time to an emergency feed. Radar sweeps, satellite imagery, grainy, zoomed-in shots of strange lights in the sky, above water, under it. Panic was brewing, but GMB was holding the country together. Back in the studio, Kate's hands rested firmly on the desk, though her knuckles were white. "Now, before you panic, let's be clear. No hostile action has been taken. The Ministry of Defense is monitoring the situation. But let me repeat, if these reports are accurate, something or someone is coming." Social media exploded. Was it aliens? A government experiment? Something ancient? Awakened? Theories poured in like a digital tsunami. Some laughed nervously, others locked their doors. But while the world speculated, one thing was certain: whatever it was coming soon. Then, suddenly, a low hum began vibrating through the studio. Kate paused mid-sentence. The mugs on the desk trembled, the lights flickered, somewhere glass shattered. And then a blinding flash of silver light burst through the windows behind her. The live feed cut out. Viewers stared in horror at their blank screens, breaths caught mid-inhale. 5 seconds, 10, 15. Then the feed returned. Kate Garraway was standing, a silhouette against a white-blue background. The studio was gone. In its place was something otherworldly, metallic, glowing softly, like the inside of a spaceship or a dream. She smiled, a strange, peaceful smile. "I've seen it," she said softly, as if the entire country wasn't listening with bated breath. She looked off camera. "Remind us what, Kate?" her co-host managed, his voice cracking. She turned back, eyes shimmering. "To look up, to be more than what we've become. We forgot, but they didn't." Then the screen glitched once more. And just like that, GMB was back, studio lights on. Kate, sitting at the desk, smiled professional, everything exactly as it had been before. "Apologies for the interruption," she said, brushing an invisible strand of hair behind her ear. "And now back to that skateboarding cat." But across the world, no one was quite the same again.